Hi, and welcome to Currie Country Living. Today is June the 3rd, and tomorrow I will have three work crew off the windmills checking out from the Currie Country Living AirBNB. They're from Lafnia, and they'll be working on the windmills. So behind this intro, you're going to see a crew that I had last fall in October that were working on the windmills, and this is about 10 months since we've opened up the AirBNB, and we have had a wide range of people. We've had families, we've had work crews, we've had family reunions, we've had hunters, and we're really happy with everybody that's come out and been able to take advantage of the large space. So without taking up too much of your time, what you're about to see is a work crew that came out last October to work on the windmills. Since then, I've had 3 or 4 work crews come out. It works very well for them. 2,400 square feet. Really is a home away from home, especially when you're a long ways from home and can't get home very often. So have a look, and we'll talk to you at the end.
So we have 2 repairs on this blade. The top one is got the body filler on it and it's ready to be painted. The second one we just came down from has a vacuum bag on it, so we vacuum bagged the repair and post cured it for 2 hours. So now I'll be able to just sand down the repair and then put more body filler on it, and these 2 will be ready for paint, and they will be done.
And this is take 2 for anyone that doesn't know, because Greg didn't have the camera going, but Dave, you've done that very well. Tell me what kind of material you're using. Like, you have a background in this stuff. So
my background is in aviation composites, but I've done everything from building carbon fiber parts for racing teams, etc., etc. And all the fundamentals and the gamuts of the world composites is universally the same. So these layups and these protocols and procedures, they all go from aviation, boat building, airplanes, race cars, everything. It's all the same.
I got it that time. Introduce yourself.
My name is Omar Al-Khatib.
And where are you from?
I'm from London, Ontario.
My name is Dave H, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
And you guys have been spending some time with me at the AirBNB, and weather has become an issue just like it is in the rural area. But tell people, and even for yourself 20 years down the road, what the hell are you guys doing?
What we're doing, we're repairing these wind turbine blades.
Which means what? Like, did it break off? Like, what's involved?
It could be several types of things. So it could be lightning strikes, delaminations, etc. They're made of composite materials and they do fatigue. And these units are quite old, so there's lots of fatigue in them.
Yeah. In this case, these ones are lightning strikes, though.
So you've come into the area. You work with a company out of Edmonton, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
And so you come down and you do a certain amount of windmills, or how's it work?
So depending on the repairs needed, the company will allocate a certain amount of repairs to our company, and we try to get them done within the season.
So what's involved with going in? Like, I know, Dave, you're epoxy, and you're
Comp's a guy.
And I'm a rigger, so essentially what I do is I shut down the tower, lotto it out, so lock it out, make sure the rotor doesn't spin or nothing pitches or anything like that, run the lines down the steel cables there to the basket there, and then that's pretty much it. Get them up in there.
And then what's involved? Like, how long does it take to do a tower?
All depends on the severity of the repair.
Yeah.
So it could go right to the core. We have to replace the core and all the laminates that are involved. And we got to vacuum bag it and post cure it and all that jazz. And so it could end up being generally a couple days to do a repair. And you're fighting with a lot of elements. Hence, we're up in the air.
And so, temperature.
Temperature, humidity is a major one, and another major one is wind.
Yeah.
So we're fighting these elements constantly. So it's a lot different if we're doing the same type of work in a manufacturing warehouse inside. Be probably half the time.
Yeah.
Hence the job.
Yeah.
So when do you say it's too windy? Like, it's pretty breezy today.
For the man basket, the limit's about 10 meters per second. You could push it in some areas. For the tip, it's a little more crucial, but once you get up on the blade, closer to the root, it's not as bad, especially if you're around the side.
And you guys can be fixing that blade anywhere from the tip to the hub, I think, right?
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And usually when you do a tower, is it just one blade, or is all 3 blades need to be?
Depends on
they have a company that comes in with a drone and they inspect the blades. And so based on how many blades and the severity of them, that'll be the job. So we'll have to lock out one blade, do this one, then once that blade's done, rotate it and do the next blade.
Some blades have multiple repairs on them as well. Like this one has 2 repairs on the tip end there, so we're doing both of them.
Okay, and you've got a third partner in crime. Maybe Jan, I think, is from the Ukraine. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So is it always a 3-man team?
Depending on the tower, sometimes the ones in Ontario we're working on was 4-man, just because of the leading edge, or sorry, the cutting edge. It gets the ropes, like it nicks up the ropes quite a bit. So sometimes you need a guy out on the ground running out the rope into the field to get it around that edge.
Yeah. Because some of these blades you can only pitch them certain degrees, so therefore you have to get another guy to get us around to get us up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
and just the rigging with going up and down, like you use it. Explain to me how that works.
So once we're in the tower, we climb up to the top. There's a crane. This one has an internal crane. Sometimes they come with external cranes. And then there's these hatches on each flange, because there's flanges as we go up. And basically you drop the crane line down. We have bags, like lift bags. We get all the equipment up, and then we'll climb it up to the nacelle, which is the top part there.
Yeah.
And then we'll start lottoing it out, so we get the blade into position. Once we rotate it into position, we lock it out. So we apply the brakes essentially, and then we put a pin through the rotor so it doesn't rotate. And then we lock that out. We lock out the pitch. We lock out, and then we do. I push an emergency stop. That way, none of the moving components could turn on and get going. And then we drop the line through just the top part there before the hub. And
so somebody has to go to the very, very top.
In the nacelle, yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily go to the roof there. Depending on the tower, you might have to climb into the hub to do it. But on these towers here, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's just the nacelle there.
How long have you guys been doing this?
I've been in wind for about 1.5 years.
I've been doing composite work for 25 years, and I've been in wind turbines for 6 months.
Yeah.
So you probably aren't scared of heights, though. You must have found that out.
You find that out your first gig. And my first gig was the beginning of summer in southern Ontario, overlooking Lake Huron. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the safety protocol's good. The training is up to par. The safety gear is the best. And if you can get your mind over matter, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
I was just going to say, the first climb there is probably the hardest. You're white knuckling it all the way up, trying not to look down, but once you get up there, it's a cakewalk.
Yeah. Typical Manitoba weather. It could be cold, it could be raining. There's no snow this year, but you guys are probably looking for a little less wind and warmer temperatures.
What's the date? The date is the first week.
The 8th of October.
First date of October?
Yeah.
You've got hot shots.
It gets nippy up there.
Cold here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Thanks for talking to me, guys.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and like I say, it's been about 10 months since Tracy and I started the AirBNB, and we've been just trying to catch up. One of the big advantages to having an AirBNB in the Larrivie area, a loft AirBNB, is the Holiday Mountain Ski Resort that you see just in the background behind me during the winter. Other things that I didn't see coming, like you just listened to some guys off the windmill talking about what they did over in the windmill wind farm in St. Leon, which is about 20 minutes from where the barn is. And we've had, like I say, 3 to 4 crews. Lafnia seems to be a country. The one guy was from the Ukraine. We actually have 4 people coming into the AirBNB tomorrow from Northern Ireland. So we're really enjoying this. We're really enjoying showing people our area and getting another fresh perspective of why it is so great where we live. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the Currie Country Living YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those social media platforms. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. But as always, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.